we'll go to Pro Day just this past Monday, and it's been a bit of a different setup, of course, with the pandemic. No NFL Combine, but we've seen all the major schools on display and some amazing displays of athleticism by players across the country. So, of course, Greg Rousseau and Jaelan Phillips were the specimens on display. First and foremost, Quincy Roche, of course, will play in the league as well. Your thoughts about their performances on Pro Day?
I thought everybody did really well. I thought everybody made themselves some money, to be perfectly honest. You had Gregory Rousseau doing a workout, for the first time in front of, a collection of people, because he opted out this past season. He had family members who, were in the medical field, nursing and things like that, associated with COVID for their profession. So he decided to step back, with that being the case. But I mean, if you look at him and you saw him on Pro Day, man, he measured in at 6'6" and 5/8 and 200 and almost 70 something pounds. And like, this is a kid who was 6'5", 193 pounds when he got to Miami, played safety and wide receiver in high school. And everybody was like, bro, he's going to keep growing. Cause like I said, he's almost 6'7". And he's going to keep growing up, and then we're going to put muscle on him, put his hand in the dirt, and make him a defensive lineman. And he's damn good. So he got back out there and really showed his variety of skills. I know that there are some people saying, okay, he's not just a number one defensive right end who's going to just beat the left tackle from any opposing team around the corner every single time. But while that's not his only or best skill set, or his trait, on the field. I mean, you want to say, oh, well, he was only able to twist inside and get pressure against guards and centers. So he's a guy who can get pressure in multiple ways, not just one way. And okay, going inside is more effective for him, or was when he was on the field as a redshirt freshman, than going around the outside of a left tackle per se. But, there are things there with Gregory Rousseau that still make him a first-round draft pick. I'm sorry, like, they don't make a lot of dudes like that at damn near 6'7", 270 pounds or something, and he's still young too. He's only, 21, I want to say. So he's still, has time to mature into his body, bro. Like, he made himself some money. Quincy Roche had an awesome Senior Bowl week. He had an awesome workout yesterday. On Monday. That continues to make him some money. And Jaelan Phillips just lit the field on fire. This is a kid who, I mean, I know people are thinking, oh, hey, I hope that my favorite team in the late teens or 20s are able to. It's not going to happen, bro. I've seen these mock drafts. My guy JP, he, like yourself, is from Ohio, so he's a Browns fan. And he's like, yeah, I hope that the Browns get. Nope. He's not lasting until 26. So if you want to pair him with Myles Garrett, right? Yeah. Yep. At the defensive end slot, that means you gotta elevate. You're gonna have to use some draft capital or some whatever to get higher up, because he's not gonna be at 26 like in these mock drafts anymore. I mean, he's running in the mid 4.5s. He's a guy who's 6'5", 268. Long or explosive long jump. Vertical leap. I tweeted something out, and then Jake Marcus, our guy at State of the U, used it in his recap. There's a guy who does like metrics and movement evaluations. It's called the RAS. You can look into it or whatever. But for anybody who goes into the league, it's like, okay, this player ranked insert number out of however many have been at this position since he started doing metric evaluations for athleticism over the course of 20-something years, right? So Jaelan Phillips, out of all the defensive ends who have been evaluated in terms of their movement mechanics and explosive metrics over the course of the history of this guy doing this, ranks third in terms of athleticism. As in 1, 2, 3, there are only 2 other prospects in terms of their athletic traits who had higher grade scores since this guy's been doing it over 20 years than Jaelan Phillips. That's the kind of workout that he put up. So you're talking top, definitely 20, 15, possible. 10 might have seemed a little bit optimistic before. Now, top 10 is firmly in play for Jaelan Phillips. Then you have N'Kosi Perry going out there and being able to throw passes to help out and everything. So he's the one who's throwing passes to Brevin Jordan. Brevin Jordan, Again, he's just showcasing his skill set. No, he's not the tallest tight end in the world, so I don't think that he's going to be one of the first 2 tight ends taken. I think he's going to have better careers than these other guys, though, fortunately for him and unfortunately for those other gentlemen. But 6'2.5", 250, he can really move. And again, you can put him H-back, fullback, in line, in the slot, outside. You can put him in so many different places, and he's a nightmare mismatch, for opposing guys. Chigozie Naruka came back and worked out with everybody. It's good to see him. Hopefully he's able to catch on maybe a non-roster invitee or something like that. Well, that was a baseball term. A practice squad type player for a team. And then, they didn't show it on the ACC network. Not that I would have seen it because I was getting vaccinated that day, but whatever. They did not show Jose Borregales' kicking during the show on ACC network. But again, it was reported that he did very, very well. And they were, many front office person who came down because you have, 2 first-round draft pick defensive ends. You have another guy who's probably going to be top 75 in Quincy Roche. You have another top 75 type player in Brevin Jordan, even though it's on the other side of the ball. Jose Borregales is probably going to get picked. I mean, you could even make a case for day 2 in that round 4. But I mean, if you have any questions about your kicking situation, pick this kid. And me, as a Detroit Lions fan, having let Matt Prater go somewhere else, look, man, Allen Park, it's a great facility over there. There's great areas in and around the city of Detroit where you can live. There's a big Hispanic population. There's a nice little Mexican town, Corktown area where you can commiserate with some people, other Latinx people in the Detroit metro area, if that's something that you desire, Jose. But, maybe a little Royal Oak, maybe a little Birmingham if you want to go that way, St. Clair Shores if you're feeling that. But yeah, I mean, I would like my team to take Jose Borregales with the kicking situation in flux. And if you're a football fan, you would want yours too.